All right, we're back. One of the worst rounds we've had, round number 2. We had that triple bogey on 3. We also had a bogey on the card, only a 4 under round. So, I mean, the fact that we can say we had a triple and a bogey on the card and said we got to 4 under is an accomplishment in itself. That being said, really want to bounce back here. The great players avoid those sort of things. Not that I'm classifying myself as that type of player, but that's where we would like to be. We're sitting at 15 under. Let's take a look here where we sit on the leaderboard. That is going to put us at T37. I would really like to think that if we fire off a strong weekend, we can get back into top 20, which will make me feel very encouraged. As a reminder, this is what happened round 1. We had a triple bogey, 4 chips on the second hole, including a tee shot that I thought was going to be perfect, all falling off the front. Go back and watch it if you haven't seen it, even if it's just for that hole. Played the 8th hole poorly. Didn't really have great play throughout. Actually had a nice hole out on 15 as well. So putts were up there. Greens regulation 83%. You would think there'd be a little bit better scoring, but this one really just kills you. 6 birdies and an eagle is going to save our score for the most part. However, one silver lining. Look at the hole by hole stats for round number 2. The second hole is averaging 1.8 strokes over par. I am not alone. There are more double bogeys than there are birdies. 55 double bogeys to 6 birdies. More bogeys than birdies. There are 6 birdies. Look at all those high scores. I heard a couple players even just quit. They just didn't even finish. So, let's keep our head high. Let's avoid those mistakes. Did a quick playthrough. Looking at the pin placement for number 3. I don't think this is going to be anything that blindsides us completely. But you never know. Let's get into it. Royal Dornish, round numero 3. Oh, this was the playthrough I just went in. Let's go back to the True Sim Society, shall we? Let's take a look at the conditions. I see some high winds, firm, and fast. Let's erase this scorecard, get rid of that
Hello
red.
there, and
Hopefully
welcome
we do not have
to
any
the
marks on there.
event. Wishing you the best here on the first tee as we kick off round number 3 of this event.
And our
Time to put
goals:
this in the fairway. What do you say?
bogey free. Need to be bogey free. That's gonna be my primary goal. If we shoot 6 under and we're bogey free, I'm gonna say that was a successful round, because we need to get back on the right track here. There are some tough false fronts and side fronts here. We need to be cognizant of those and not fall into those traps. Number 2, high greens and regulation. We had 100% round 1. I know I can do it. We know we can do it for round number 3 here as well. We were 80-something% round 2. And 15 feet or better proximity. We set an aggressive goal of 13 feet round 2. We weren't even close to that with all of our terrible shots. So 15 feet or better. I think that sets us up for a nice double-digit under par round if we can hit all 3 of those. Bonus would be to get to a 13 under or better. Let's go out there and let's do it. Mr. Nance.
And hello, friends. Jim Nance, along with Sir Nick Faldo.
On the tee from USA,
Michael Kilbride. Okay, starting off on a short par 4. Feel the rhythm. Okay, aim slightly left of the flag. Let that wind bring it back in.
That
Beautiful
was an
tee
extreme
shot.
amount of force.
It's flirting right. I think it should kick fine. Yeah. Ooh, this is close. This is splash territory. This is one of those false fronts that you gotta be careful.
Second shot.
Gotta be careful. So the default was a pitch. I lean towards the splash. I don't think this lob splash gets there, but this sand splash is too much. So I'm going to do a partial sand splash. Bring that marker in. I'm not overly great at bringing the marker in on these, but go in.
Ooh, that was almost
Ran it
real
right past the
nice.
hole, but this is exactly
All right,
how
let's
you
get a
want to
birdie
start
and
the
get out of
tournament.
here. What do
Let's
you
put
say?
the camera on that we need. Just double check, take our time, breathe. 2-footer. There's a fairway, there's a
And that
green.
putt will
That is
go.
extremely close proximity and a birdie to start.
Because it's a circle.
Yeah, we heard about the circle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that one 16
Okay.
under par. Got a right to left
All right,
breeze
here
on this hole.
is the death trap. All right, we have a back pin placement this time. If you have not played round 2 yet and you are watching this, you need to carry it past the hole or literally to a foot. If you hit it 266 yards and this hole is 268, it is going to roll all the way back off the green. If you chip it up here and you do not get it to the pin, it will roll all the way back off the green. So if you don't believe me, watch round number 2. Okay, 20 feet up. So it's going to take off 7. This wind's like 12 crosswind. Probably takes off like another 5. Like 12 off. I think this should work pretty nicely. One of the goals we've had frequently is hit the par 3 greens. Let's make sure we do that here. Slow. Come on, wind.
This one's heading a little bit too much to the right.
Hold up there. Hold up there. Oh, no.
Don't know what that was. Just a
This is
little
a
off on
really
that
bad
approach.
spot to be.
Here's our
can't
second
do
shot
that.
on hole number 2.
Man. Well, we're sacrificing bogey free immediately. I wonder if this gets up the hill. 13 feet. 70% of this is probably going to play about 20. I only need to carry about 12, 13 to get green side, so I think this is the right club. I'm going to lock this and put spin on it. My word, what a shot. What a beautiful shot. All
we go.
field
Par
there.
putt.
Felt
do
that
it.
it needed to be a slight partial, and that's exactly what I did.
All
Tap
right,
in.
moving forward.
Very, very happy with a par there. My goodness, if we had over par
Wow,
again on that
16
hole.
under after that hole.
Okay, no harm, no foul.
The wind's a little blustery.
Let's
Blowing
ignore all the
right
other
to
scores
left
as
on
well.
this one.
Don't need to worry about him. Where's this barrel? Can you see it on the screen at all? Oh, that's it right here. That's a good line. So I need to aim a smidge more right. Probably de-loft it, make sure it doesn't carry through.
That
Oh,
swing was
God.
to die for.
To die for, John? Is it going to die out in the fairway, please? Because that's back-to-back slows. We need another practice swing. That's one of the things with this course is there
Get
are
up
a
and
lot
outta
of bad kicks. So I really wanted to focus on the greens rather than the fairways. You can kind of get up and down from these bad kicks, and it's hard to you know, predict a bad kick. So this is going to take off about 25 yards of carry, maybe 20. Let's call it 115 this carries. Call it 23. That should be about right, I think. Let's hope this is about right. A little short. If it trickles up, we'll have a nice chip opportunity. That's not bad. Not a green, though.
All right, that feels
We're not
good.
going to be hitting that
Back in the
90%
fairway.
green
I'm
unless we
liking
hit
all
every
of
other
that
green.
stuff.
Is 16 for 18 even 90%? Quick math tells me no.
For the
Come
birdie.
on now.
Nice little
Miss
chip in
fairway,
there. Don't
miss
get too
green,
cocky with
but
that,
we
though.
still get the birdie. Huge.
And you're
Because it's a
currently
circle.
sitting
Yeah, we
at
heard about the circle.
17
Yeah,
under
million
par.
chips.
Got a right to left cross breeze going
Let's
on
really
this hole.
focus on that first goal, bogey free. That'll make me very, very happy. All right, there we go. There's the tempo.
Tee shots looking fairway bound.
Good tempo on the approach on 3, and now a good tempo on the drive on 4.
Setting up around 130 yards.
Back pin placement here. Got a crosswind of about 13, 14. Gotta think that's gonna play about 10. Slightly downhill lie, so maybe that plays a couple. So let's call that 8 is what it plays. So this is gonna carry about 118. Need about, probably have a couple yards of rollout, but not much. So I probably need that much deal off if I had to guess. Do get the tempo. Is that turning over enough? I think this is a gorgeous line. Ooh, way short though. Oh, cruel kick left.
Good shot.
Stays there though, 21
This one's a
feet.
21
Not the
footer.
distance you want with the wedge, but it is high wind, so tough to get that proximity that you really like. Makeable. Turnover for him. Thing was
Ooh,
dead straight.
right by the hole. This one's just a 4-foot putt.
Just gotta go the Ober method.
There's
I can't
your
see
par.
anything, so just hit it right at the hole, and hopefully it doesn't break either way.
17
Or both.
under for the
If
round.
it's double breaking, then it just evens out.
This hole's a par
Okay.
4.
All
My
right, no
goodness,
bogeys.
got a hold
2
of
under
that
through
one.
4. We have a short par 4 here. Not reachable, but this is
And
playing
second
nice.
shot
Okay,
here on the
this
5th.
sets up pretty nicely for this splash distance, I believe. I think we should be able to get this to carry right around that 22 number, and then hopefully it rolls out enough. Only carried 19, rolls out to 24, so not
Here's
exactly
a
what
look
we
for
wanted.
birdie.
A little short, I guess that uphill lie, and it being uphill in general, was enough to knock it off.
This putt's tracking.
There we go. Birdie though.
Way to get that birdie.
Every other hole, birdie so far. Clean.
Currently
Bogey-free.
18 under par.
Good proximity on a few of them.
Looks like par 3 on this one.
Okay, par 3, pin in the back. Naturally want to club up here. 10-mile-an-hour headwind. Can this get there? Might be able to. 7 feet down. This is going to play 178. 168. I'm going to put a little bit of D-loft on this and hope it gets there. I'm going to use the 6-iron. Alright, we hit our tempo, which is always the struggle on a par 3 for us. For whatever reason, it's a mental block. Good distance control, bad aim. Way
I'm
left
okay
to
with
target.
that. 21
21
feet to
footer,
the
it's
cup
going to
from
be
here.
a slider. Not a bad putt to have for a birdie on a longer par 3, but also not what you want. Big break.
Looking
Ooh.
super.
It was even bigger than we thought.
Hit
Ew, that's what she
long
said.
on that one.
All right,
Good
tap it in.
job.
Keep on that every other train, right?
18
We are
under.
getting to the par 5 though. There are 1, 2 on the course.
And you're teeing up on
So
a
let's
par
try
4
to,
for this
one of our other frequent goals is avoiding 5s. Let's avoid all 5s. Make sure that we birdie the par 5s at bare minimum. Bad tempo
Well
once
done.
again, but luckily this is a wide
Okay,
open
about,
fairway.
I'd say 185 or so to the pin from here.
98% lie means this is actually only going to carry 200, and then it's into the wind 13, 14 mile an hour, so probably carries about 180, 178. This is going to be perhaps a little short. I hope it rolls out and gets there. I'm just going to hit this full. Ah, so fast, so bad.
Hopefully this one will bounce to the right.
Look how bad that is. Oh my god. All right.
Well, you can't hit them all.
Good spot to end up for
Okay,
all things
third
considered.
shot.
And just do, we're partial pitching these for a while. I'm losing the touch a little, so I'm not as confident, so we're just going to go with the splash. Lob wedge splash just seems to be like the right club here.
All right, let's give this a tap and be on
Good
our
distance
way.
control. We go back to
All right, let's take
back
a
pars
peek
for
at
the
the
first time.
leaderboard after that hole.
3 under, still clean. We
Okay,
still have that
after that
par
hole,
5
sitting
left on the
there
front.
at
Maybe we can
18
get birdie
under
going into
par.
it. Sitting at
Wind
4
is
under
blowing
through 8
right to
wouldn't be
left
bad
on this
with
hole.
a par 5 to play. Massive downhill here. Fast, I think, is going to play fine. This should kick out to the right, I believe, unless it just carries the whole way. Beautiful. Alright, should have a wedge
Good
in
little
here. Let's
shot
knock
there.
this close.
Setting up here about 105 from the pin.
Down 16. This is going to be tough. Elevation changes. You have to play with the lie and the wind, so there's just so much to consider. Down 16, this naturally would be playing 118. This club. And then this wind is like 13. I'll say it plays like 12 off. So if this is playing 118, this is going to carry 106. So I'm going to loft this a smidge. Hopefully it carries to like 101. Big bounce and then stop next to the hole. Okay, tempo's good. Swing plane slightly right. Ball flight looking good. Get to
Heading for the
101.
green.
103. Oh, beautiful.
Great work on the approach. You saw
Beautiful.
that one, didn't you? Here we go,
Pretty much
birdie
exactly
putt.
how we drew it up, except didn't have as much rollout, but didn't need it because it flew an extra couple of yards than we anticipated.
Looking pretty good.
Birdie time.
Good work out there today. That's
Yeah,
your
we heard
fourth
about this
birdie
episode.
so
Yes,
far.
we're familiar with James.
All right. 4 under going into the par 5.
Best of luck here on this par 5.
Beautiful.
And the tee
There's a
shot
couple
looks
of these
like it'll be
fairways, and
safe.
I honestly forget which ones that have these cruel side kicks. Like if you hit this like a little left, you might get a bad kick into the rough.
This
And
is
I was,
clocking
you know,
in at
trying to
around
make sure I was dead straight as
170
much
yards
as possible there.
or so to the
This
pin
is a
from
tough
here.
pin. Looks like one of these severe false fronts. You can see by the shadowing here. You can also just kind of see visually on the screen, my main screen. Is this going to get there is the question. Down 4. This will carry out to 161, then push forward about, I don't know, what's that, 10 mile an hour? So probably gets an extra like 5 yards of carry. This will carry out to like 166. Should get there. I think a downhill lie. I'm going to put a little bit of backspin, hoping that it stops. Way right of anticipated. If it kicks off, just go back to the fairway. Yeah, okay. All right, we can get up and
this
down
is
here
your
for birdie.
third shot.
Feeling the partial pitch this time. Ooh,
I'll take that.
Very tasty.
All right,
very
that's a
tasty.
well-played hole,
But
tapping
back to
into
back,
birdie.
we avoid the 5.
Yeah, we heard about the
5
syrup.
under
Yes,
through
we
the
have.
first 9. Pretty happy with that.
Well,
Pretty
see
happy
if
with
you
that.
can use the
Bogey free.
tailwind on this hole.
All right, tailwind here. We have to carry our bunker. Tailwind of about 10. That should carry the number. I'm going to aim more towards the left because that's the fatter part of the green in case we do miss tempo. I want to loft and spin the crap out of this and just hope it's right on the number. Come on. Yes. Tempo
Heading for the
hit
green.
completed and just sit there. Ooh, that's a little long. Come back. Keep coming back. Turn a little left, why not? I can see the flag on a par 3. Ooh, that's much better. That's pin high.
Oh yeah, that was a tidy little shot. Well done.
Got some pretty substantial breakdown
Okay,
for a
here
9
comes a
footer.
9-foot putt.
Gonna be a difficult one to make here.
Well, it's heading towards the hole.
That thing broke so much.
A little too hard. Looking good.
But
Awesome. That's a
clean
par. We'll
3.
take it.
There's really never any doubt once
after
we
that
get that
hole, you will
perfect
stay
tempo
at
that
20
was
under
going to
par.
be at least a 3.
All right, let's see what happens on hole number 11.
You boy. Oh, this hole, I do this every time. Oh, maybe since it's not gonna... Wow, that's actually pretty funny. If you hit that dead center in that fairway, everything kicks severely left and you're screwed. But because I was so far left, that is the flat part and it just went straight. So that is just pure dumb luck there. Nothing much more to say than that. Awkward distance. Awkward distance. We have a tailwind of about 10, which plays on a pitch about maybe like 3 to 4 yards. So this will probably carry out to like 66, 67. I think we just use this and try to get it there. Partialing something else is going to be pretty tricky. Be the right one. Be the right one. Kick forward. Wow, just enough. Hold.
That'll do for the approach. Here we go,
Probably
birdie
better off
putt
with a
coming
partial
up.
gap wedge there. Or something with like a major loft and spin on the gap wedge pitch, but 15 footer and it is potentially makeable. Looks pretty straight to me. I'd say it's right edge. If I'm wrong on this right edge and it moves to the right again, I just have to reevaluate how I'm looking at these putts. Okay. I was
Ouch.
correct on the right to left movement, so that at
And
least
just
validates
drop
something in my
this on
mind.
in and you'll
I
get
felt
par.
like the last couple rounds when
Okay,
I aimed
next
to the
hole
right
coming up.
or said right edge, it even broke right, so like I was looking
After
at
that hole, you will
something
stay
incorrectly.
at 20 under par.
And
Not too bad.
I'm going into detail on what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the ball relative to my feet, and I'm looking
Wind
at
is
the
picking
cup
up,
tilt.
blowing left to
and
right
there I
on this
thought the
one.
ball was slightly higher than my feet, so it seemed like it was breaking right to left to me. Just a smidge, but apparently it was a little bit more. All right, par 5. Beautiful. Tempo achieved. All the way back to the fairway, please. Thank you. See if we can flirt with getting this green two here.
Well, that'll work for you.
Give ourselves an eagle chance.
And this is around
Really
the
gonna be the only chance that we
245-yard
have.
mark.
Is 224 enough? Probably not. Downhill lie though, 100%. I think you kind of have to try it. I'm gonna try overpowering this and playing a slight draw. 101, slight draw achieved. Overpower, somewhat of an accomplishment. Does this roll out enough? I really want like a 102, 103. Doesn't? I don't know if we even really needed it, because that's going to be about pin high. That's a pretty good shot from there, I would
There
say.
you go. This is shaping
17
up.
footer
Putting for eagle
come on.
next. Ooh, this is shaping up to be interesting. This putt for
Downhill,
eagle.
breaking left to right. Under-read a few here, so I aimed a little extra
This
left.
one's on a good line.
Oh! Still under-read it.
Great
Damn,
work
I put a
out there on
couple
the
extra
course today.
clicks in
Birdie
it,
number
too.
6.
Alright, we have completed the par 5 challenge. No pars on those. Sitting at 6 under through 12, birdie in half of them.
Here
I
comes
want to
the
be a little bit
13th
ahead of
hole.
that pace, at least to get to double digits. Another tricky distance here with that front pin. You have to carry it to the front because it looks like there's a false front, but we have a tailwind, so not an easy accomplishment. 6 feet, 6 yards carry extra because of the elevation. That gets us to 144. Then we have a tailwind of about 12 to 13. I'd say that plays almost 12, even though it's diagonal. Because we are downhill, the wind plays a little bit more. So that gets us 144 plus 12 gets us to 156. Where does 156 put us on the carry? Right at the front edge. I'm going to do this with some backspin. I don't even want the backspin. Yeah. Stock 9 and hope it gets... it's just so fringe. I'm going to put a little deal off because it could hit this false front. And I want it to bounce forward. It might not get a full 12 yards because of this wind. I'm thinking this hits the false front and then bounce forward.
Come on, give us a kick to the right.
Or now it's going to carry it. Maybe I was just fine with the backspin. I don't know.
Safe
Very
approach.
tricky
Nice.
shot there. You want to
Okay,
get it
here's
to the
the
green. You don't want to hit that
24-footer.
false front because it seems severe enough where you're not going to have a chip. But you also don't want a 24-foot downhill putt either. So was trying to be pinpoint accurate there. It's really breaking away from me. And more than we think, because we've underread everything. Let's see if it starts breaking like crazy. Yeah, I didn't see any
Just
break
not
there.
enough
Okay.
mustard on that one.
Okay.
All right, nicely
Tap in
pulled.
3.
Let's
We have
move to the
gotten
next.
all pars on the par 3s.
And after that one, you will stay at
Not good.
incredible
That has been
21
our
under
kind of
par.
kryptonite in past tournaments.
Blowing
Haven't
left
really
to right on
scored
this
them.
one.
But for the way we played the par 3 round 2, I am more than happy to call what we've done this round a success.
Just a pure swing.
I don't think it gets to this second rough. I sure hope it doesn't. It'll be a blind shot, but just don't get to the rough, please. Oh no. Man,
Shouldn't be too awkward out of here, just in the first cut.
what a nice course designer, isn't it? 96% line means this is taking about 5 off, 121, then about 116 because of the elevation. Then we have an uphill lie that's severe. I'd say that plays another 5. Probably gets to 111, then the wind comes into play, maybe gets to about 115. I'm going to de-loft this ever so slightly and hope it gets there. Yeah, that uphill lie even played more than I thought. Oh, there's a downhill ridge here. Keep going, keep going.
We'll
I
have
calculated
that.
5 yards off of that
Could
uphill
be
lie.
a
It was probably
birdie
more like 15.
if you want to drop this in the hole.
It was way too severe for me to only say 5, especially with our a wedge. Just gonna fire that straight up in the air. Gap wedge would have been warranted, but that's okay. Birdie putt. Proximity is not going to be there this round, but let's keep that first goal alive. Ooh. Okay.
Oh, that's tough.
Not bad. Not
Okay,
bad.
time
We'll
to head
take
over
that.
to the next hole.
Not great. 21 under for the tournament at the moment. 6 under for the round. If we birdie
And
out,
after
we
that
can
hole,
get to
you will
double
stay
digits.
at 21 under par.
All par 4s. Not sure how
Teeing it up
scoreable they're
now
going
in
to
a
be.
par 4.
This one definitely seems scoreable. Short here. Or, well, not short. 348, so with a tailwind, this is playing pretty short. Like the way that sounds. Might be a splash in. At the very least, it should be flop range. Oh, yeah, definitely splashable.
Second shot here on the 15th.
Seems like an ideal number for the lob wedge splash, so we're going to go with that. All feel. Little de-loft, little rollout, or little removal of spin. Ooh, that was an awful
All right,
shot.
here's a
My
7-foot putt.
goodness. I gotta get better at splashes and figure out the distance control, because that wasn't even close. Looks like ball's below my feet here, if I had to guess. Gonna aim left edge and hope this goes in, because I'm gonna be upset if we don't score on this hole. Ooh,
Oh yeah, that's great stuff.
solidify the birdie.
Yeah, we heard about you, sir.
Yes, we're
Got it.
familiar with shapes.
Careful out there. We got a tailwind
Okay, another
blowing.
tailwind. We need to make sure this one stays in the fairway. Beauty. I think. Oh no. Oh no. Stay. Alright. Partially
Alrighty,
blind second shot
on
here,
the
but that's
16th.
more than fine. Tailwind, 99%. Tailwind's about 10. I'd say this probably gets about 5. This is probably going to land in the cup if I do what I'm doing now, so I'm going to loft and spin it. That feels really good. Little right.
This one's looking pretty dialed.
Way too long. Luckily we had loft and spin on it, checking
Well
up.
done. That's another green in
Getting some good
regulation.
birdie bid, 7-footer.
Okay, good luck. 7
Helping
feet to
the
go.
proximity yet again. Oh
right
my
by.
goodness, we blew it right past.
5-foot putt here.
Take our time, come on.
This putt's good so far.
It's a shame. It's a
Okay,
damn
good
shame.
stuff.
We had that scoring opportunity on that
And
hole.
you'll be staying at an incredible 22 under par after that hole.
Okay.
And here we have a lovely par 4 hole.
Alright, another one to bomb way downhill. 2-tiered fairway. There was another one like this, I think, on the front 9. Based on this tee and wind configuration, this one.
That'll work.
Not
Setting
even a
up here
second
about
guess on what to
I'd
do
say
there.
100 yards out.
Back pin, 17 feet up. Take 6 off this carry, 92. Wind pushing it forward, maybe 2, 94. 100% fairway lie. So 94 probably bounces to 96 and stops. So we need another 6 yards off this. So I'm going to de-loft it about that much. I hope that's about right. Damn it. Wow, the slow might help us here. Big bounce forward.
We'll take those all day.
Slow hurt distance,
No
but
potential
help the
birdie.
line. So for what that's worth, I'll take a 9-footer, considering we had a slow. I feel like this is dead straight.
So far, so good. And that's in there for your 8th bird on
Okay.
the day.
Still clean. At the beginning of the round before, we said if we were 6 under but clean, we're going to put a smile on our face and say that was an accomplishment. The
Careful
overall
out there,
score
wind's
not what we
going
want
left
this
to right
week,
on
but
this hole.
you know, if we're close to a double-digit under par round, I'm going to be saying, you know, it wasn't that bad. Aim a little left here. Good thing we took a practice.
Nice swing on
Beautiful.
that.
Beautiful tee shot. Set ourselves up lovely. Oh, is it going to hit this speed slot? It sure is. Get way down there. Oh, yeah. Ooh, but we're going to have a tough lie here. All right. We're at 100
Good
mark.
luck
Oh,
with your
okay.
second
We're on the
shot
100-yard
here on
marker,
the
but we have
18th
such a
hole.
front pin. It's actually only 77, down 7 to the hole. So this is going to play about 77 yards. Then the tailwind comes into play. All right, last time we did this kind of, we did something with a sand wedge we weren't too happy with, so I'm going to put a lot of loft and spin, and hopefully this checks up with this tailwind. This actual wind's going left to right now pretty substantially, so I don't know if I need all this. I do need it, but not as much as I did. Just aim for the left, somewhere around there. Have at it. Be the number.
Shot's looking good.
Oh no, it's gonna bounce. Oh, good. Just.
Oh yeah.
I thought it
you'll
was gonna
take those
spin
all
too
day.
much, but luckily I took enough
Here's
off.
what you're
6
dealing
footer
with for a
to
birdie.
end the round with a 9 under score.
Looking good. And today you get to finish your
We'll take it.
round with
We'll
the birdie.
take it.
That's a
That
great
is
way
a-
to do it. I think.
Yeah, we heard about this already.
Yeah, solid
Really
round.
good.
Let's see what we did
And
comparatively
with
to the
that,
whole
I
field. I
will
think we're going to be
let
probably
you
on the
go
second
here. I'm
page.
gonna
Shut up, we're on the
head
first
over to the
page.
clubhouse
Look at
and see
that.
what I can
Ray
wrangle
gun,
up for
9
some
under.
food.
Map collector, 8. The heavy hitter, Snoopy, 14. Uber, 11. Rob with a 14. Good for you. Tough, 6. So the fact that we're ahead of Tufts like that. So, I mean, we are tied for the 4th best score on PC at the moment. I would assume Colby probably does a little bit better. He's usually one of the top contenders out there, and I don't feel like I played up to full potential this round, so I feel like a good round's about 11 to 12 under this particular round. If you can get to that 13, 14, that's a really, really good round. So kudos to Snoopy and kudos to Rob. Let's look at the stats for fun. Let's see how close I was to the 90% in the 15-foot proximity. Proximity definitely was pretty good on some holes. Alright, 32 feet. So I had a couple that were way off that really skewed that, and I wasn't even close. What was round 2? Round 2 was actually significantly better at 22 feet. Greens and regulation, I think I missed 2 out of the first 3. So that didn't help, but we still bounced back to get to 83% like that. Didn't really have a long putt that was made, and we did miss one. Oh, well, it says 0. It says medium percent, 100%, but 0 for 8 on the long putts. Usually, that's where we kind of thrive is the long putts. Looks like it was 2 out of 11 round 2, and 1 out of 9. So our putting let us down last week. If I go back. Pretty sure we led the field in putting last week. Schedule. Irish. Can I go more stats? More options. View event stats. Irish. Putting accuracy long. Yeah, 38.8. Gamer right behind us, 38.7. Can't quite see it on your screens. One moment. Putt accuracy medium, we were right up there, but the putt accuracy long, we were number 1 in the field at 38%. So I'd like to be around 30 to 40% consistently. I feel like we're pretty good at putting. This week we kind of haven't seen too good, but feel free to come back tomorrow, see if we can cap off maybe a top 20 finish. Still want to hunt down that first True Sim win. I'd like to finish, let's say, another 11 under round would be nice, because that'll get us to 35 under for the tournament. Wouldn't be bad. See you tomorrow. See if we can make it happen.